brief period. There isn't now. And then, you know, the elven woman who...
So you don't have a crush on me. I'll remember that. Okay. I'm never doing this again. I hate you. I hate you.
Whoa! Look, just take my money, bitch.
Hey, don't do what I did to you. Don't do what I did to you! Don't fucking eat something.
I love you, Fairy. I do.
Yeah.
But what I put up your ass for you is me saying thanks to you, not necessarily as a longing, loving partnership of that variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, a friend helping a friend out.
So don't want to fuck?
Oh, no, we do. But, you know, we've got to say no homo afterwards, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Cool. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's just go for this. Okay.
All right then. Hello everyone. Today's like the quick pre-run before the casual talk show is actually starting.
It's not that quick. It's still going to be over an hour. But...
But yeah, I heard a few people wanted to know about Casual himself since he hit 600 followers. So we're basically doing that now. It's like some kind of testing. Yeah, as you can see, right to my left there's Casual. It's me, I'm today's host somehow.
Hey, so.
And yeah, I'll probably start with some VRChat questions because we're here in VRChat. I mean, understandable,
yeah, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So, a question we've been talking about earlier, which I don't know if that was off stream. It probably was. The first questions that
not nervous.
Come to my mind when people were talking to me if I wanted to do this is yeah. How many times have you repeat in VRChat?
How many times have I repeat?
Yes.
Honestly, tried it once, didn't work out. There was a bit of a difference of opinion. Anybody wants to help teach me how ERP works in VRChat? You know, just hit me up. Fuck. Fuck. As I said, I'm going to answer these as honestly as I can.
Yeah, of course you do.
Fuck, straight into the big guns, thanks, Ferry. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Fuck. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, next up, I don't know, I always get muted, and I don't know why. So next up, this was like, opening questions. We're gonna start normal now, because I really wanted to know how many times you VRP'd and VRChat. No, kidding.
I knew you'd torture me, man. I knew you'd torture me.
Yeah, I love you too. So yeah. Okay, coming up. For how long have you been playing VRChat?
I'll tell you what, let's pull up the thing. I'll find out exactly how many hours I've got. 837 hours over 2.5 years.
2.5 years? Like, the was really far back into VRChat, right?
Yeah, so I've been with VRChat for quite a while, like since before Knuckles was around, before Knuckles was invented. I'd been here for at least 6 months, nearly a year. It was a very small group of us. There was literally only like 250 of us on at any one time, and all we did was like learn how to make worlds, learn how to make avatars and stuff, and share what we'd learned with each other. It was like a really good community. That's basically all it was. We just kept making things that broke the world's physics. Like we made a cannon of colliders. So, like colliders that are one-sided. When you walk through them, it blasts you out the side. So what we did was made a tunnel with multiple of them, like layered. You'd walk through it and it blasts you into the sky. It was hilarious. Did lots of stupid stuff like that. Made hoverboards and shit. All sorts. But yeah, does that about answer it? Yeah? Or do you want to know
if your
anything
chat's
more?
happy, if your chat's happy, I'm happy. You know?
That's fine. I think they're happy. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm not that
next
much
up,
of an
since
interesting subject.
Since we were talking about, yeah, how long you've been in VRChat, what's one of the like craziest things you've experienced in all that time?
In VRChat,
Yes, in VRChat.
other than failing ARP once, I'd say probably one of the craziest things I've ever experienced in VRChat is VRChat itself. The place is fucking nuts. That's why I love it. It's like they just went, this is society. Throw that out the window. Let's start again. Like, let's just fucking go for it. Probably one of the craziest moments I've experienced in VRChat was after I started streaming. Marriage and RP relationships were like just becoming a thing like a few months ago. Or they may have been for longer, but that's when I started back up. So that's when I experienced it. And I was a little bit drunk on stream, one of my very early streams. This is before I was affiliate. And we got invited to this room. So I went to this world. It happened to be a world of a church. And two guys who were in my friends list, but I could not remember who the fuck they were. Sorry if you're watching. And they were just like, could you marry us? And I was like, okay. I'm like, but you're two dudes, right? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, so you're gay and in a relationship, or is this just an RP thing? He was like, oh no, we're in a serious relationship, but we're straight. I was like, what? You're straight? Like, how does that work? And I'm like, oh yeah, we're straight, but because we've never actually met each other, we just pretend to be the woman for each other. I'm like, okay, whatever works for you, you know. And then I ended up doing this craziest fucking wedding a little bit drunk. And they were like, oh, we've got no one to come to it. So I was like, okay, invite my entire friends list. It was all on stream. It's been clipped. It's probably one of my earliest clips. You'll be able to find it. Where I just go, do you, preferred pronoun, take you, preferred pronoun. It was just the fucking weirdest experience ever. Oh, that and hackers. But it's another story.
Yeah. Hackers, we all know them, like, we all probably experienced hackers in our lobbies at least once or twice. So yeah, I mean, I did this one, don't worry.
Oh, some of the things I've seen happen are crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy.
Okay, next thing, you know, your name is Casual ObserVR. That VR in your name, did you change it like back because you're playing a lot of VRChat, or does it have like other reasons for the VR in your name?
All right, so the VR in my name was the entire persona and branding was based off VRChat, but it was actually based off VRChat before I started streaming. Back in the day, I used to hang out with Ron, Gunter, VR Pill quite a lot, and I wanted to help VRChat grow in popularity. So I'd made, funnily enough, a talk show where it was basically going to be like Top Gear, but for VRChat and VR-related products. So talking about new headsets coming out, this and another. There was 3 hosts. We all did a segment, and you know, it was a lot like that. If you've ever been to this world at the moment, the original desk for it is over there. But I made all the branding for that. It was supposed to be YouTube videos and stuff, but then the other hosts pulled out. I had no one to do it with. I got a little bit disheartened and I quit VRChat for a little while. Then somebody bought me over Christmas some games on the Xbox that I'd never played, Dragon Age series. So I started streaming them on Mixer, and it turned out that I was okay at it. Like, people were watching the stream, and I didn't believe it. So I tried streaming VRChat on Mixer. I tried streaming other VR-related content on Mixer, and it just got nowhere. Like, people on Mixer just do not want VR content at all. because they're all console snobs. Sorry, redact.
Disappointing.
So yeah, I had some encouraging words from a certain influential person in VRChat to move over to Twitch. Yeah, I'm not going to say who that was.
You want to expose that name?
Pardon?
You want to expose that name?
I don't know. I don't know if we should expose that name.
I don't know.
Oh, because it'll end up
Maybe.
getting clipped and then sent places.
Sent to VR funny? Question mark. I don't know. Who was it?
It was Ladle. Still won't remember it. But I was on Ladle's stream chatting to her. And she encouraged me and said some very nice things. Encouraging things that weren't blowing smoke up my ass. They were realistic. About me starting streaming on here. So I set up OBS. I researched how to do all the plugins and stuff and widgets. And I gave it a shot. The first stream was impressive, considering I had nobody to watch it, nobody knew me, other than me having this avatar that I'd made for the stream. The original version, which had the jacket, which had my logo on it. I just ran around talking to people, and I was amazed that people were actually watching. I was like, I don't know who any of these people are. Why the hell are they watching me? I just talk bollocks. But yeah, it seemed to work. And as it was gaining traction and more focus, I just decided to stick with it. Since then, my life's changed completely because of the stream and the people who are in it. So I genuinely can't thank those people enough. Well, everybody who watches you guys who put in so much fucking work for it. It's nuts. I would actually be homeless if it wasn't for the stream, so.
Alright, so second last question for me, considering VRChat is you said you came up with a talk show back when you were hanging out with people like Mirapil and Ron and like stuff like that. Does that mean it was basically your idea to make a talk show like Deathstream? And they took that idea from you?
No, not at all. Gunter's Universe had been around for a while. There was an improv show that was being done. That was being done at the time. It came out around the same time as the original Casual Observer was going to come out. So yeah, I just decided to use the branding because I already had it and I really like the name. Like, it fits. I'm not exactly a pro gamer, but I do try and pick up on everything that is VR content related. And I've got a strong love for VRChat, so. But yeah, no, I did not coin it.
Okay, last question coming to VRChat is, how did you even find out about VRChat, or let's say VR games in general? How did you get to all of this, VR thing?
Okay, that's a question and a half. Basically, so my father got a HTC Vive. I went down one Christmas and was just like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it that it ended up getting a gaming console. He'd never been into gaming and stuff before. Turns out the reason he'd not been into gaming, he didn't like it, was because he had no peripheral vision and he couldn't control the games how he wanted to with the controllers and things, or with a mouse and keyboard. So VR basically solved all his problems. It was like a little boy with a new toy. Anyway, I went down for Christmas that year and we played on it fucking solidly. By the time I got out of there, I was like, I want VR, like, now. But of course, that was 3 years ago. The HTC Vive had literally just come out, and everything was new. So I didn't actually start in VRChat. I started in Altspace. We used to help out. I nearly ended up working for Altspace as a moderator. which was weird until we had a difference of opinion. And that difference of opinion led in their downfall and them going broke. So, I'm not mad about that. I was fucking right. But then I started working with High Fidelity for a while. This is all before I'd actually managed to get my VR because I could do it in desktop mode. So while I was waiting for me being able to afford VR, I spent my time making assets for Worlds. So I'd make tables, chairs, stuff like that for High Fidelity. Base objects that could be imported in so they'd have some groundwork. I'm pretty sure none of it's in there now, but I did used to own about 30% of their shop. It was my content. For a little while, I was just making shit in Blender for quite a while. And then I finally got VR. I managed to get it on finance. I bought a PC and a Vive headset for $2,500 on finance. Paid it off within a year, luckily. And I got into High Fidelity, and I got in there in VR, and I realized that their platform was shit. So I moved to VRChat. I came into VRChat, and everybody was anime, and I was like, I love anime. This is awesome. Wait, this is exactly the same, but it works. Nobody's stuttering. There's no fucking lag. And funnily enough, back then, VRChat was very, very stable. Very, very stable.
Stable? No, that's a lie.
It's true. It was fucking stable. It was stable.
No way.
Because they put a massive limit on avatars and stuff like that. But we all broke the rules and had a modded SDK. But we won't talk about that.
We all do. We all do.
But because there was a lot less people on the server and they did not have anywhere near the throughput, there wasn't. It was quite stable. And I just got on after the craziness of them locking down the SDK and not allowing foreign code into the game. Because people were literally going, right, so I can say this, he's probably not watching, and if he is, I'll just get banned. It's fine. So one of the people who I work for VRChat, he's known as Blank now, but he was called Ewan before. He's a friend of mine. He ended up becoming a staff member and working for them and testing their code and their security code because he used to walk around with an avatar, go up to people he didn't like, touch them, their avatar would physically explode in front of them, and it would delete their avatar from their inventory. They'd have to upload it, and log them out. It was fucking nuts. So they'd brought in, you couldn't bring in your own foreign code, which is shit because I just started learning C#. For that exact reason. So yeah, the place was really stable, and it was a really great community. Everybody, whoever made something, they automatically went to their friends, showed them how to do it. There was no hoarding. Oh, this is my technique. You don't need to know about it. Now. Yeah, kind of and that's one of the beauty things of VRChat. But yeah, I just ended up staying. High Fidelity kept sending me messages going, "Oh, are you coming back? We miss you, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "No, you just want more assets." So I ended up staying here because it was amazing. And I always wanted to be in one of these social areas because VR on your own, no matter how good the game is, gets lonely. And it was a way for me and my dad to stay in contact because he lives at the other side of the country. So he'd come in VRChat and we'd hang out. You would see him more often at the moment, but he just split up with his ex and he's now got with a new girlfriend. So he's basically fucking all the time. He hasn't even set up his life yet.
Did I ever meet your dad in VR?
Not yet. You'll do.
Is it going to happen in the future?
Oh, absolutely.
And can you promise?
I can promise.
I'm gonna loot the shit out of your dad.
That's fine. He'll probably outlude you.
Oh God.
My ex-fiance, my dad licked cream, squirty cream off her tongue in a game of Dares.
Okay.
So I'm just saying. As I said, you can go brutal with these questions. I will answer them. The only things I won't answer is stuff about my identity, because I'm just protecting myself from like hate mail and shit.
So identity is okay. Identity is okay. Understandable. Okay. So I don't know any more VRChat related questions, to be honest. So I was thinking about going on with like basic questions. And what a basic question for me is, which I'm always interested in asking basically every streamer, or like, people
Am I circumcised?
streaming and stuff like that.
Okay.
As a streamer, you would probably go through a lot of shit. What are the things you've been going through as a streamer when you were streaming? Good things as well as bad things.
Okay. What do you mean, like sort of stuff that I do off stream to make the stream work, or just like crazy shit that's happened because I'm a streamer now?
Either stuff you do off stream, or stuff that you do off stream to make it better. Stuff that happens on stream as well. I'm interested in that as well. And also, maybe sometimes you've been thinking, stuff that's happening, be like, hey, maybe I should stop streaming. If that happened ever to you, I want to know as well.
Maybe I should stop streaming. There's been a few times where I've thought...
if you ever...
Yeah, there's been a few times that I've been in situations, in worlds and stuff, where something's happened and I've needed to stop streaming. Tends to be if something IRL's happened, or if something's happened in game and I'm worried about that person. Because at the end of the day, like, as much as I love the stream, and the stream for me in pretty much all the time comes first. Also, the people who are around me and stuff matter, and if there's something going on, I need to stop it, and I will do. I very nearly killed the stream when you were fucking pissed as a fart on Sugar's Lolathon raid. Because you worried the shit out of me. Nearly fucking died, you drank so much. But the sort of stuff that I do off stream, I think every streamer does it. There's no like hidden formula to it. It's just a lot of work. Like, you got to keep on top of all your social media. You want to keep chatting to people, letting people know, but without being an advertiser. You want to just be present within a community to make connections. The great thing about VRChat that's absolutely fantastic is you can do less of that, because VRChat, you're already making connections. Like, I met every single person. The people who are behind the screen there, I'm sure they'll give you a wave in a second.
Is there a way to show the people behind the screen?
There you go. You see? You got all those lovely people behind the screen. Do so much work around here. Big guy there actually made this entire world from scratch, so can't really say anything more than that, can you?
Big guy.
Way big guy. And then, I got to meet you. I got to meet you, Furry, which is a crazy one. Should we tell the story about how I met you?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay. So, there's something...
I actually don't.
Okay, cool. This is a good way to start. So, basically, hey, Lucky Swordsman, what is a potato? We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
The questions from the chat will be later. Do remember to keep them. So, one of our viewers, who'd been quite loyal for quite a while, really, really wanted to play werewolf with the stream. And we were like, okay, fair enough. Turns out, just also, if any streamers are watching, do not ever play fucking werewolf on stream. It's a pain in the ass, because there's so much downtime.
We were playing werewolf?
Yeah, we were playing werewolf.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we wasn't. We wasn't. And I met Patty. Patty came up to me on stream. and then instantly became my friend. The next time I went to go hang out with Patty, the next stream, which Patty just invited me to randomly, you were there, but you wasn't in your blue Patty avatar, or your shared avatar, that you have. You were in this weird tall anime chick with uwu on her tits that you could keep messing with your tits.
Good avatar, by the way.
It is a good avatar. And you forced me to motorboat you the first time I met you. Been friends ever since.
What?
Yeah, to motorboat your uwu.
Oh, you remember?
Of course I fucking remember.
Yeah.
It's you.
I was constantly, hey, I'm a woo.
Yeah, pretty much. And then my head was never seen from again. This is a replacement. It's a prosthetic.
Yeah, I ripped it off.
Pretty much. So that were the bad points. Good points. Good things I've been in stream. As I say, I was meeting all you guys. There's been some nuts moments though. Like, can say the Lolathon raid, but that's pretty obvious. I know there's a lot of people in chat who probably wouldn't be here if they wasn't part of that Lolathon raid at the time. I just came to say you're breathtaking. See, they remember.
No, you're
you're breathtaking.
You are breathtaking.
Pretty much. Where I died. But there was other stuff too, like, fuck. As I say, that wedding was nuts. Going to Sugar and Chromia's wedding was nuts. Like, we were all there. We all saw everybody else that was there. I met Berserk there, who's in the studio's back room
yeah,
there.
He's one of my friends.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake of my life, by the way. It was never accepted.
He's a potato-headed fool.
Yeah.
Just died behind the scenes. But yeah, we were all there for ages, and we got to meet everybody. We all chatted, and then suddenly they were married. It's like we missed the entire ceremony.
Yeah,
we were there for the before party and the after party, but the ceremony just never happened.
You missed them getting married. I remember that day really good because I took Chromia. I was like, hey Chromia, can you come with me really quick? And I took Chromia over to Casual, right? And then Chromia was standing in front of Casual, and I was like, Chromia, I really want you to meet this person. That's Casual. And he really, really likes small cat girls. And that's how they got friends.
Well, it's how Chromia killed me. And then we became friends.
Yeah, of course she does.
Yeah,
she always does that.
Chromia can't be friends with anybody who's actually living or not died by the hand of her sword.
Except
it's just the way it is.
Except for Sugar, she never did something to Sugar.
Every pussy needs a master.
Yeah.
No, I did not say that out loud on stream.
Clip that. Clip that and send it to Chromia.
Don't clip that and send that to Chromia.
Send it to me and I'll send it to Chromia.
Cool. What's the next question? I was surprised.
Okay.
I was prepared for you to be so much more cutthroat. I am surprised at you.
Yeah, we're not at the you-related but not personal questions yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, okay. Next up questions. Oh hell yeah! Our next question is
How much do I need to be worried right
Let me
now?
get a cheat sheet. Yeah, that's right. That's literally okay. Yeah, listen. Just
You already
some
know
time
too much about
for
me.
the whole talk show to go on longer.
Thank you very much for the follow, by the way.
What's the best? What's like the thing? Why do you think people watch you and your channel? What's your best strength you have that attracts people to stay with you?
Oh, good. Ask me an easy one. Fuck. I tell
No easy
penis
questions.
jokes. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why people watch this channel. I think they pretty much watch for all you guys, really. I'm just a window into you guys' world. I'm a casual observer. Get it? No, I don't know. I'm very grateful that you do. I think, and I kind of find it hard to believe this myself, but because I'm my biggest worst enemy, kind of a frenemy with myself. But I just called myself a frenemy, didn't I? I'm a fucking
Yes, you
weird.
did.
I'm a weirdo. God, make me squirm. I think possibly I create a sense of, or I try to create a sense of family wherever I go. I have certain philosophies on life. They might not always be to everybody else's tastes, but at the end of the day, they're what I live by. They're my little rule book. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, black, white, purple, Cantonese,
An attack helicopter.
an attack helicopter, a furry, big guy, and you know.
Yeah, if you're a big guy, you're special in yourself. Like that's completely different to everything else that's on the earth. It's just a big guy. Yeah, peace, big guy. What's up? Are you coming in? Hey, come back. Come back. I'm gonna hit you with the banhammer, big guy. I'm gonna hit you with the banhammer.
Holy shit! But yeah, essentially, like, yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, rich, poor, anything. Everybody's human or a sentient being or a furry. So you know, you all deserve the same amount of respect. You get a certain level of respect, and you either become friends or you decide that that person isn't part of your life anymore. That's fine, you know. But I always like to give everybody that shot because you never know what anybody else has been through, man. You can't just walk up to somebody and just go, I know what they're like, you know. I've got you fucking pegged. You're a valley girl. It's exactly what I saw when I saw Berserk. But then I realized Berserk was Seth Rogen. Now it's completely wrong. So, you know. Yeah.
You do mistakes in life.
Yeah, you make mistakes in life. But that's why I try and treat everybody like family. Try and create a community. Also, one of the other reasons that I started streaming was because I was really fucking lonely.
Except for me. You keep treating me like a sex slave every time.
Of course I treat you like... Have you seen you? You're fucking hot. Mate, I can't help it.
You can't help it. But basically, talking about basic questions,
Big guy's
wait,
pissed.
are you finished answering yet?
Yeah. I think
Yeah, okay.
I hope that
Talking
answered the
about basic
question.
questions, I have no idea about basic questions, to be honest, because like that's everything I wanted to know. And chat's coming later. Chat, you have to wait. Fuck you, chat. We can't do
Jesus.
more personal questions, my dear.
Oh fuck.
I don't know if you. Yeah, I don't know. Some people maybe already asked you. Maybe you already told me. I forgot already because I was 90% of the time I was probably drunk when you told me. But how old are you?
I am 29. I am 30 as of August the 7th. Which I have the entire week off from work as well, booked off, so I will probably be streaming non-stop. It's going to be 7 days to stream and masturbate. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, no, I'm nearly 30. I'm
Well,
an
yeah,
older
it's
streamer, I think, than most of the other streamers in VRChat. I'm probably one of the oldest, but still act like a twat.
Okay, yeah, great. Because you've been talking about work, and you have this week off. What do you work?
What do I do for work?
What's your job?
Oh, okay. I'm a software tester. I help make, and distribute healthcare software. So at the moment, we're making an analytical software that's being branched out across the entirety of America that will capture people in the system. So, when you go to a doctor's appointment, you get diagnosed with cancer, so to speak. You're just things are put on file, obviously all confidential. But from those markers that are in your file and your diagnosis, the system will pick up on that and figure out whether you might be acceptable for certain drug trials or medical experimental procedures that might save your life. Whereas normally you would have to go through an application process. It could take months. This algorithm basically picks up on it and does it within a week of you being first diagnosed. You find out whether you can go across state and get this experimental treatment that might save your life. That's the sort of thing that I do. I work there. I do testing, software testing, and coding testing for a day job.
Interesting. So, okay. Next question, and then I have to leave really quick because I have to get something to drink. It's super hot, and I didn't take something to drink with me. I'm really sorry.
I didn't bring anything to drink with me, and I'm regretting it.
See, that's the problem. That's exactly what I think. I didn't bring anything to drink. I regret it because it's super hard for me. Next question is real life friends. Do your real life friends know about you streaming? And if they know, what do they think about it? Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. My real life friends know about streaming because I don't shut up about it.
Thank you for your follow.
Thank you very much for the follow, Vux. That's a fucking awesome name. Yeah, my IRL friends know a lot about my streaming, mainly because I don't fucking shut up about it. And whenever I'm not on stream, I'm doing social media. I'm thinking of something I can do for the Discord, do for the channel and stuff. And it's been the one thing in my life I can actually say that I'm proud of, is making this channel. So yeah, I talk about it quite a lot. On the other hand, let's say normies don't really understand VRChat. And it's a little bit weird. Because we are all a little bit weird. And I like it that way. It does confuse some people. Our lack of boundaries. So yeah, they're not. We love it. There's one here. Hi, Brian. Fucking hell. But yeah, I talk about it a lot. Brian's one of them, funnily enough. Brian in the chat. He's actually wanting to come back on VRChat again. Last time he was here, I actually made him come on stream and take over my stream for a little while. And Big Guy and Andy took him around and then scared the shit out of him in a horror map. And then what made him feel really uncomfortable was Big Guy then propositioned him. It's just a typical day in VRChat, really. But normal people don't get that. So they're kind of really happy that I'm doing something that I love, and they think it's really good because I suffer with pretty bad mental health. You all know this. But streaming has made it possible for me to keep my self-esteem up, my social interaction. I'm not going to fall short from saying it saved my life, so. Big Guy positions everybody. We're just waiting for Furry to get back, so let's just chat to the chat for real quickly. You mean VR is a bit weird? No, I mean VRChat is a bit weird. VR is fine. People like VR. Most people like VR. But VRChat can be a little intrusive at times, I think. To certain people, it can scare them. I think it's amazing. I like being on cutting edge of anything, whether it's society, technology. I watch TED Talks for fun. Not, that's a worrying thought. New grammar. I was correcting myself, Andy. What the fuck? Have you guys all got yourselves some questions ready? Because what we're going to do is I'm going to make Furry pop out the chat and put it in his hand so he can read them out as well. Doesn't know this yet. It's going to be funny.
We're just gonna let them finish.
That was a great night though, making terrifying your friend.
Yeah, well, he's in the chat now. It's Brian. Oh,
Casual, do you want to take an intermission?
I'm okay. No, I'm good. Looks like he's about to come back anyway. I hope he better fucking brought me a drink. I'm just saying. Just a quick set of hearts in the chat if you like what's going on, you like the camera angles, you think this is working. Give me a shout. Let me know. Give us some hearts in chat. Yeah, I answered that one.
I'm back. I'm very sorry, honestly, but yeah.
By the way,
Too
Furry,
hydrate.
when you finish with your questions and when you're ready to go to the chat, do you have a VR drop?
No.
No. Never mind then.
Just read them out. Just be like, okay, this and that person asked, and read it out loud. I mean, that's fine because, quick thing. I don't wanna actually, advertise this, but I hope you're fine with advertising Rachel's talk show.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so every Friday, I don't know, most of you will probably know, every Friday evening Rachel's talk show, and when we come. If viewers want to say something, she's just reading that shit out loud as well. And by the way, there's very interesting stuff they're talking about.
Yeah, not this boring shit. Don't talk about me. It's fucking weird. I wouldn't want to talk. This is boring, man.
No,
I'm surprised there's anybody watching this.
So yeah, okay, coming back to the questions. Are there real life friends who know you're playing VRChat and are playing VRChat as well?
Yeah, there's one in the chat right now.
Who is it? You want to tell?
Yeah. It's Brian.
Hello, Brian. Is casual that ugly? Is
Whoa! Whoa! I see. This is how it works.
See, he keeps telling me that he doesn't want to send me a face reveal because he's hella ugly.
I thought you were the one for you people who... I'm gonna redact that statement. I'm gonna redact that statement. I'm hella ugly. Like, grotesque. Trust me, this avatar is a massive, massive improvement. Like, you know how what's her face from Sex and the City, the main character, her face looks like a foot. Mine looks like a foot with fungi and warts.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. All right, Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Brian says he's fit.
Brian says he's fit. Shut up. Oh, Rory. I didn't want to call out your real name on the stream, dude. But if you're happy with saying it, it's Rory. It's Brian. It's his D&D's character's name. It's his username.
Okay,
anyway.
Next up, we're gonna out of context questions.
Okay.
Like, just a bit more for the female part of the viewership, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God.
How large is your dingus, Casual?
2 millimeters with a Windstrong.
Don't lie to me.
Oh my God. Why are you asking me actually the size of my cock?
Well, because I want to know. You know,
I'm not gonna say.
Maybe I have something maybe I've got something prepared for you, so I have to know your cock size.
All right, look. Wait, what? Oh, hello.
What?
No. I'm just going to say I'm a grower, not a shower.
Oh. Oh. Great. Same goes
Call
for
me
me.
out. See that?
It's okay. Okay.
It's over 7.
Mm.
It's over 7, smaller than 8. There you go. Told you I'd answer honestly. Fuck me.
Fuck you. He's just got mental now. He's like, what have I done? This is the biggest
Why did I
mistake
agree
I've
to
ever done in
this?
my life. But yeah, he agreed and now, you know, he pays for it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Those doctors were very expensive.
And we're talking about dick size. Tell me about a crazy sex story you had.
Wait, what?
Well, you ever had sex?
I'm a virgin. Come on, I play VRChat. What do you expect? Wait, big guy just changed the camera. You actually think that was the end of the answer? You think I'm a virgin?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, alright. He was a virgin. Change back, big guy. Change back. We keep it there. We're gonna change back. Casuals all
Crazy sex. All right. I've got a sex story that you'll
okay,
enjoy.
never mind.
I've got a sex story that you'll enjoy. I don't mind saying this one. So I used to have Force FX lightsabers. You know, the really expensive ones that you can actually hit people with. Yeah, had a really good glow. I had a set of them. I'd collected them. They were fucking expensive. I'm just gonna say it turns out vaginas glow. We'll leave that one at that.
You've been shoving a lightsaber off of your, I don't know, sidekick's vagina.
Oh yeah, it had a rounded end, man.
How did you get to that idea? How the fuck?
Because as a student, you experiment.
Alright, have to agree. I have
Dude,
to
I'm
agree
30.
you
I've done
experiment.
pretty much everything. You get me in a game of I Never, I win every fucking or lose depending on what your perspective
way.
is.
You wanna fucking, that sounds like you wanna challenge Hazard.
I want to challenge Hazard, yeah. I'll challenge Hazard to a game of I Never.
You wanna challenge Hazard and never have I ever, you have no chance. And he's gay. Nothing against gay people, they're fucking awesome.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Give us more detail.
Okay. For me, there's 2 more questions. One that came up my mind, but it's VRChat related, so I'm gonna come out with that one first.
Okay.
Casual,
Yeah. Furry.
you have a crush on one of your VRChat friends.
Wait, what?
Do you have a crush on one of your friends in VRChat?
I had a crush. Oh, well, no. I think that she was pretty interesting. It was worth seeing if there was something more. It turns out there wasn't. But yeah, there was.
But yeah.
For a brief
Okay.
period. There isn't now. And then, you know, the
Also, you
elven woman
so you
who...
don't have a crush on me. I'll remember that. Alright. Okay. I'll never do this again. I hate you. I hate you.
Whoa! That got that. Look, just take my money, bitch.
Hey,
Take my
don't
money.
do what I did to you. Don't do what I did to you. Don't fucking eat something.
I love you, Fairy. I do.
Yeah.
But what I put up your ass for you is me saying thanks to you, not necessarily as a longing, loving partnership of that variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, a friend
So
helping
when
a
we
friend
meet
out.
up, don't want to fuck?
Oh no, we do, but you know, we've got to say no homo afterwards, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gay, so it's my dick.
Like. That's what you think. That's what you think. But if you see my dick, you'll be the one sucking it.
This is very true. He's German. You heard about their sausages. It tastes really good when you bite into them. I'm just saying. He squeals.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Last question that's coming from me myself is you all the time when you're streaming, what I'd say I think I can tell that off stream, you sometimes go up to people. You always tell people on stream that you really care about the mental health of people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I do.
And that they always can come to you if they need someone to talk, they need some help or something like that.
Yep.
So, how does this come? Like, how did you make the decision that you always want to help those people, and that you care so much about exactly that thing?
I spent a lot of time not getting any help. Partly of my own design, and partly. But this way, when I was in college, I explained about some of the stuff that had gone on in my life and my childhood. And the counsellor at the college, instead of saying, "Oh, I think we could find you some help or find you somebody to talk to," just turned around to me and went, "You're fucked." Alright, thanks! Kind of already knew that. I didn't really help much. I think it's just a little insulting. Mental health is to, especially everybody who feels it and suffers with it, is a bit of a boogeyman. I know there are definitely people in the audience right now who understand where I'm coming from with this. But the more you talk about it, the more you create less of a taboo discussion around it, the more it takes the sting out of it. The more awareness that you can create around things not only helps the people who suffer with it directly, but also helps indirectly in the way that people who are not suffering with it may start to understand it more. Those people may be your bosses at work. They may be people you interact with on a daily basis, your colleagues, people who don't necessarily understand the fact that you need to take time off work because you genuinely can't get over an imbalance in your brain. But if more people were talking about it, your boss would then understand you taking that time off, be able to offer and get you the proper help that you need to get back to work and feel more secure at work instead of feeling berated. And it happens too much. It happens way too much. I'm not going to say how people contact me to talk about things. And also, as the stream is growing, I do want to help everybody I possibly can, but I can't physically talk to everybody. There's just too many. So what I've developed is a way for us to help each other out. Within the Discord, if you type !Discord, you'll notice that there are two channels. One's called Raid Room, and one's called Safe Space. And I know they're very cliched named. There are two rules. If you're in Raid Room, everything said in there stays in there. You can shout, scream, bawl. Still preferably not other people within the Discord. But just get out whatever anger you've got out so it doesn't go into a Facebook post or, something. Get it out, get it vocalized in a session in a way, which I've found has been quite helpful. And then there's safe space. So sometimes when you just need help or advice or somebody to give you an honest opinion of something because you can't see a way out, something like that. And the rule for that channel is, for everybody in the Discord, and they all know this, is if you've got nothing good to say or anything that might be helpful to say, don't say anything at all. It's there as a confidential support. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a medical professional. I'm not. And neither is anybody else in the Discord, to my knowledge. We do often say if we feel that you need it, but if you need a bit of just support, then that's there. And it's there for everybody to use, including me. I've used it too. I try and be as open and as honest with what's going on with me as I possibly can. But most people who are watching right now already know that, so. I was a bit serious. I do apologise. Penis. There you go. Yeah, well, that broke the ice.
Yeah. I looked at my cheat sheet again. And my cheat sheet just told me, let me read that. Straight up the cheat sheet. You recently moved to a new house. What can you tell us about that? I mean, probably chat already knows that you moved to a new house, but the reason, or like, what made you do that, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So, I'll let everybody know. It's absolutely fine. Me and my long-term partner at the time decided that our relationship wasn't working out. I just started streaming. It was partly to deal with some of the stuff that was going on with that. There's nothing wrong with her. She's done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. It was just a mutual realization that we'd grown apart. And at the time, I was very lucky in the smaller times of streaming in VRChat with you guys. Careful. I just
didn't get the bottle bit out of my thighs, so yeah.
Okay.
Stuck in between my thighs.
Brown chicken. Wow! Is it bad I've got a semi? Okay. So basically, I needed to find somewhere to live, and at the time, the stream had been raising money for me to get full body, which would have been great because I used to dance. I used to be a dancer. I really enjoyed dancing. I'm out of shape now, but I'm sure I could pick it up again. But they'd raised $300 and something, about $350, and every single one of the people who donated, and I asked them all individually, let me use that money to get a house. So I had somewhere to live because I couldn't live in a shared house because I needed dedicated internet to be able to stream, and I'm nearly 30 and I've never lived on my own. So as I said, if it wasn't for this channel, the people who watch it, and the kindness of the community, I would probably be homeless right now because house prices to rent and get in initially is very expensive. It cost me $1,600 just to get through the door for my first month's rent. So I'm very lucky that I had you guys. But yeah, I got a house. It's a nice house. It's 2 bedrooms, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, and cellar, so I can hide the bodies. Nobody knows. I turned the biggest bedroom into the VR suite, which is a giant empty room. I absolutely love it, and I still somehow managed to run into walls while playing Beat Saber. Don't know quite how. And I took the small bedroom as a bedroom. Funnily enough, recently, you guys over the last few weeks have been absolutely amazing, giving donations, bits, and other things. And if you are in the Discord, you will get to see in the very near future some photographs of the house because you helped pay for the furniture. So yesterday I got a furniture delivery in the morning of a 3-piece suite. Sorry, a 3-seater sofa and an armchair that is a suite. A bed, because I've been sleeping on the floor for the past month. Which, yeah. And
sleeping on the floor is nothing bad. I still sleep on the floor.
Hardwood floors.
I've been sleeping on my wood floor for the last 3 years.
Have you got a mattress on your floor?
Yeah, but it's really bad.
Okay, I didn't have a mattress. just on the
I can
floor.
still sleep on wooden floors.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, it worked for a month. And some bookshelf, display cabinet, and some other things. But yeah, I couldn't have afforded that this month. I couldn't have managed to get so much furniture in a short space of time if it wasn't for the channel. So I'm going to be putting up some photographs when I've got the place looking nice and everything in its correct place, and I've unpacked some stuff. So you guys will get to see some crazy insights into my life. No face reveals, but you'll get to see. You might get an ankle reveal.
Where's my phone?
What the fuck are you doing with your phone?
I actually got a face reveal by face reveal from Benkin because I added them on Snapchat, and I got a snap today, but I didn't look at it yet. So as you were saying face reveal, I was like, Benkin sent me a snap today.
Is that really a time
So,
for
yeah,
you to be checking that now?
I really have to go.
Okay,
Yes.
go then.
It's totally. Benkin is cute, and he always, denies that he's a cutie.
Fair enough. I'm sure Benkin is.
It's
Why are you
cutie.
orgasming right now?
Because it's Benkin.
I thought I was the only one. I don't know. Foot reveal.
Hi, cutie.
Okay, guys, so we've got a few questions from the chat.
yeah.
If you guys are ready.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, unless you've got any more. Have you got any more?
No, it's fine. But I wanted to say, if the chat wants not only ask questions to you, if you have some questions for me, I don't care. If you're fine with that, I'm answering questions as well.
Yeah. I will happily ask Furry some questions if you've got any. Leak his address. No, Andy. If I'm going to get you to sign a non-disclosure agreement before you come round. I'm just saying.
See, I don't mind. I live in Germany. I'm living in... Okay, no, I don't think I can say that, right?
Watch him accidentally face reveal.
Okay,
How-
no.
Hand reveal. Fuck. Right,
Hand
guys, have you got
reveal.
any serious questions? There's 13 of you there. Come on, let us know.
Use your brain cells.
You... If you got any questions for me or for Furry, don't mind. But yeah, let us know. Crush your
You wanna-
fingers,
you
it's
wanna
not a
make
real
this hype?
promise. You
You want to
what?
make this happen? And can I invite people in here? No, I can't, right? Oh, too bad. Too bad.
Should be Invite Plus.
Yeah, but invite plus doesn't.
The dulcet tones of big guy in the studio. Yeah.
Yo, you're behind the scenes. Shut up.
No, he can talk.
As long as you don't have a question. Sure.
Feck off, I ain't giving you any questions. What? Sorry if you're being bad again. What? What are you guys on about?
Kaz, I've got a question for Big God.
Yeah?
Secret firm.
I'm gonna kick your ass, that's how long.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
whoa. Big guy.
We
big
missed
guy.
that. It was too quiet.
For how long have you been a furry? Don't make me stand up.
This is the best conversation.
Berserk, I've got a question for you. Okay, we're turning the roast around on its head. Okay, so when were you ever going to do a film about VRChat with your all your Seth Rogen-ness?
I'm not Seth Rogen.
Okay, Berserk. Berserk, I have a question.
We're in the same room.
Okay, no, we'll do Furry's question, and then we've got an actual question in the chat.
Oh my god.
Berserk, why are you so ugly?
He's not ugly. He's a beautiful
Yes, he is.
potato bag.
No.
Kaz, we have a question.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, we
let's
do.
go
We
with the
have an actual
questions.
question.
Let's go and do the actual question.
So first of all, hi Sol. Sol is an amazing part of the Discord. Sol's just going straight away. Hey Lefty Broom, welcome to the stream. So how far do you want your Twitch to go? How far do I want my Twitch to go? Would it be wrong to say I'm shooting for the stars? See how far we can take it. Like, I like Lolathon. He's a great guy, and I'd like to consider him a friend. Chatted a few times, but I still want to dethrone him. Doesn't everybody? Well, friendly rivalry. But it's never. It might happen. It might not happen. I'm just going to make sure that I make the best contact with you guys. I don't mind if my community is small or my community is huge. I need to deal with it the exact same way as I deal with everything. Everybody's saying in that respect.
Something's happened to your mic.
Something's happened to my microphone.
Yeah, at least in VRChat.
Okay. Just chat. Is it gone? What's my mic like? I have a question. What are my anime tastes? Everything.
Ooh.
My anime tastes are everything.
Interesting.
Except, Yuri hentai. But
I mean, Yuri hentai is bad, but just Yuri is okay. Talking about Yuri on Ice, by the way.
yeah, everybody keeps telling me I've got to watch this. I'll give anything a go. It's gone a bit weird.
Not a bad anime.
Supposedly my microphone's gone a bit weird. It's worrying because I don't know how to fix it, so it's never done. How bad is it? How bad is the microphone?
I mean, I can still understand you.
Okay, cool. We'll leave it as that then. But yeah, like some of the main things that I like anime-wise, I love Steins Gate. I love RE0, even though RE0 is evil and there is a special place in hell for RE0. It's an amazing show. I've never cried so much at a fucking anime before. It's like, oh, this is a nice slice of life. Why are you killing them? Why? Like, it's so evil. It's so evil. But like, people give Fairy Tail a lot of shit, and they rightly should, because it is shit. But I will happily watch Fairy Tail. I like the shit. It is terrible. It is fucking horrendous. It's laughable how bad it is. But what about Sword Art Online? Sword Art Online is another shit anime that I actually like. But I like romance as well, even though it had no place in that fucking story. I agree. It was stupid. I much prefer Log Horizon. Log Horizon was good. No? You're an anime snob, though.
Yes, I am.
I'm a large consumer, and I think I've run out of shit.
Consumer as well, but I still know what's good and what's garbage.
Yeah, because you hang out on fucking message boards going, "This anime was shit," and I'm like, it was. There is a few animes that I have turned off and just gone, fuck no.
Death Note. Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann episode 8. When the big guy, I forgot his name, died.
It's fine on stream.
The cool guy. The only cool guy in the anime.
1 second. Brian, I see you in... Do you see VRC influencing the outside world in positive ways? If so, how? Like in what way? I don't see it at the moment. To quote Ladle from her talk show earlier this weekend, VRChat is staying steady at the numbers that it's got, and those numbers are spread out across the world. So, that VRChat has a lot of players, and a lot of people who watch the players in here too, but not to such a sizable amount that's going to change society. Now, saying that, I don't believe that it would ever happen, but I would like to see it happen. There are certain boundaries in society in VRChat that have been broken, and I think have been broken in a good way. I don't think we'd have anywhere near as much as a problem with LGBTQ stuff if people had more of a mentality as they do in VRChat. So whereas VRChat can be very weird and brutal at times, but in other times as well, it's amazingly accepting. So, I'd like to see that go into the rest of the world. I don't think it will. I don't think there's enough content being shared about VRChat, or enough, people playing it for that to rub off. But I'd like to see it make some sort of difference. It definitely seems to be able to make a difference in the world with memes.
But basically, isn't VRChat the world that's living from memes? Not VRChat are making memes and bring them to the outside world. The outside world is making memes and they're going into VRChat.
Norris, I've got a question. Casual, why did you take up dancing? At the time, I used to be a professional skateboarder for a little while when I was younger. When I was about 16, I used to skate for a team, was sponsored. It's great fun. I stopped that for a while later on because I ended up getting into a relationship, getting a flat and a cat, and pretending I was a grown-up when I really wasn't. I was still under 20. And I used to do free running in my off time. And eventually, free running was great, except for then winter would happen. And it's England, it rains 90% of the time. So you can't free run all the time. But from free running, I met some people who did breakdancing, and they let us share their hall when they were practicing to do free running stuff and stuff like that. And I ended up finding myself fitting in with the people who are doing the breakdancing more than the other stuff. And because I'd already was a professional actor at the time, and I was teaching drama, dancing didn't seem that bad to me. And it turned out I had some sort of rhythm, so I started breakdancing. And we ended up getting pretty good. We used to get hired by clubs to bring people to the dance floor, so they would give us 40 quid for the night, as much booze as we wanted, just to go and be present in the club and dance. And get other people onto the dance floor and encourage other people to come out on the dance floor. Hey, it was great. I got pissed.
Sexy guy Casual.
I used to be not bad. I stopped and now got fat, but I'm working on that. You now know because I'm doing so much Beat Saber.
Oh.
I'm basically constantly sweaty at the moment. But I hope that answers that question. Lord to Earth, my name is from Fairy Tale. I recognize it. Child memories. It's actually 75% complete. I'm legit happy about that. What are you happy about, Fallen? Would you like to see VRChat make it to platforms such as Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation? Yes, PlayStation. Switch? Fuck no. VR should not be on the Switch. That's going to hurt people's eyes. And
PlayStation is a yes, I agree. Everything else is a hell no.
I think Xbox, when they bring out their VR console next year.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Xbox players are special. Not to offend every Xbox player, but I'm offending every Xbox player here, but Xbox
I'm an
is
Xbox
garbage.
player.
Just stay with your console and never do anything else.
I'm sorry, I was an Xbox player, and I moved away from it.
See, yeah, but you're special. In a special way, special.
I feel.
Every other Xbox player is exactly the same. Don't ever come here. I don't want to see a single Xbox player in VRChat.
Beat Saber isn't going to help you. Fuck you, furry.
Yeah, fuck you too. You see who's sitting here next to Casual? It's me, not you, because you're an Xbox player.
Yeah, Brian says yes, PSVR. Yeah, VRChat was, they said a year ago, before they really even started talking to Oculus and stuff that they were interested in making a PSVR version of VRChat, and that the PS4 Mark II or whatever they were fucking calling it would be powerful enough to at least run some version of VRChat. That was back at that
but the
time.
question is, how strong will it be? Will it be like an actual Oculus that can run stuff like that? Avatars like that who can do stuff like this, or like, you know, this? Or will it just be a freaking Quest? Will it just be as strong as the Quest? And if you guys didn't know yet, but Quest users cannot see PC avatars because PC avatars are way too strong. Would literally break their Quest, basically. Would make them lag like shit. So how strong will it be? Because if it's gonna be like the Quest, it's garbage. I'll be completely honest, it's gonna be garbage.
Well, people here are
I've met
saying...
Quest users.
I mean, if the game was not in a VR headset, but just, like, 2D. Like,
So you would have more desktop users.
yeah, basically. But then again, I could see that being more, making VRChat more accessible. But let's be honest, and no offense to any desktop user at all, because I'm very grateful that everybody is able to get into VRChat as they are. But I know if I was a desktop user, or when I was a desktop user before I had VR, the only thing I wanted to do was get VR. So if your console brings out VRChat or access to VRChat as a desktop or a console player on a TV screen, the only thing I would be thinking the entire time is, I need to get a Vive, I need to get an Oculus.
Yeah.
And
because you will
you'd
see
end up
us moving the hands, and you'll be staring at your 2D screen. Sorry for interrupting.
No, but an Xbox could run VRChat, and it's normal if it was desktop version. It could run.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You would be sitting in front of a desktop, and you will see people like most of the people in here who like move their hands, and you're looking at your 2D screen, being like, "Hey, I want to do that as well."
Yeah.
Basically, what Casual said. You will straight up keep thinking about getting a VR headset, an actual one.
Like, it's part of what it is. Like, people want to, or at least tend to normally have a goal of trying to make it to VR. I've met a few people in VRChat who prefer desktop, but it's normally very few and far between. Like, but anyway, there's that. Before we get onto a massive rant about consoles, how is Furry worthy? Furry's worthy because Furry does a lot of fucking shit behind the scenes, including toss me off.
Yeah. Fuck you. You wanna know why I'm worthy? You wanna know why I'm worthy? Because look at that shit. That's my hammer. You wanna know whose hammer that is? Star's hammer. I can hold it. Can you hold it?
It's not just Captain America. Shh, we don't talk about that.
I'm one of them.
Any more questions? Quickly, because I'm pretty sure Big Guy needs to get to bed at some point. So, last few questions.
Oof.
So, we've been on for a fair while. I think at least an hour. So,
yeah.
Quickly, you got 30 seconds. You got a question? Say it now. This is your one chance to get it. Fear me! I don't know. So fake.
And he's well fake.
You what? How is
Of course that's not fake. Look at that. Look at that. Does this look fake? Does this look fake to you? Got my cute thunder. I can shoot my beam.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, this is a question for both of us, Fairy.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Oh, we've got two questions. We've got one from Brian as well. Well, this is the last bout of them. But
you sound excited.
Hefty Broom says, "What game are you most excited for this year?"
Straight ahead.
Pardon?
Straight ahead. What game? Pretty obvious.
Okay.
To me, at least. It's not Stealth VR.
Yeah, you see, now, I can only really get excited about VR games because that's all I really play now. Unfortunately, there is one game that I was really annoyed that's coming out that you'll all probably guess. But it was originally being made with VR support, and then they pulled it, which was You're Breathtaking, which was Cyberpunk. It was originally getting made with VR input. Took that away. They took that away a year into the project, so I was a little bit annoyed. But I am still most likely going to end up playing it on my off time, or if I get ill or I've got headaches, I'll probably play it on stream when I can't put a headset on, you know. Because I am going to end up getting it. It looks like too much of an awesome game not to. And I love the people who made it.
Time to start ranting.
Yeah, okay. One.
Cyberpunk is just good graphics, but OP gameplay. And people who do not see this are blind.
Have you played any of the Witchers?
Yes.
They're amazing. The storylines are fantastic. It's made by the exact same people.
Witchers, yes. Cyberpunk is a no.
Oh, I think you're going to find that it's very much the same. It's going to be very witty writing.
You sure about that?
Yeah, very much so. It is not an FPS, it is an RPG. And very much an RPG. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anyway, against that, Portal 3 is the main thing I am actually really interested in. It's the first game that has been made by a AAA company for VR that has been brought out specifically, and it's been brought out to show off the Index as their flagship thing. It's a company that has decided to go completely and utterly VR related, which is is Valve. Hands down to you, well done. I support everything that you're doing. It is nice to see other people pushing the platform properly instead of having half a toe in. You know, whether it's good or bad, it's in the right direction, and I will end up buying a copy. Brian says, Kaz, tell me something about we would never guess about you. Something I never guess about me. I don't know. I don't know what you guess. So, what do you never guess about me? Nope, not saying that on stream. Some people might not guess. You will know, Brian, but most of the other people in the stream will not know. I used to work for Lego. I used to do the drawings that went on the Lego bodies and their faces. Some of my work was in the Lego movie. Yep, I've done the drawings for a lot of the designs that are on the Lego games, or anything that was released before the last 2 years, because that's when I stopped working there. 3 years actually now. Fuck, 3 years. But yeah, there's that. There was something else that came to mind, and I didn't think about it. Nope, it's gone. If I remember, I'll tell you. Gotta ask the hard questions. When are we going to bang Kaz? That's not really a question for me. That's more for Fairy.
Yeah, my question.
There you go. I used to have a drug problem. You might not believe that, but I used to have a quite severe drug problem. I was an avid user for a long time, and seller. I used to make a lot of money selling drugs, and it was bad, and I will not do it again because it nearly killed me. Bro, already knew this because of Andy, whoever was a stalker. Karen never said never. I can believe it, thanks. Right, so if that's the end of the questions, pretty sure Furry wants to go masturbate over Benken's picture. Big guy needs to get to bed because he's got college in the morning. And I desperately need to take a vape. So I think we're going to end the show part of the portion here. I think I would like you to spam the chat with some hearts. What is it? Was it not having enough drugs? Thanks. No, that wasn't the problem. That was definitely not the problem. It was fun. I met a lot of famous people. Like real life famous people. But yeah, no, I would like to thank Furry very much for being called literally last fucking minute to come do this.
Yes.
Like, literally, like 2 hours ago.
Literally late because I was eating.
Yeah.
And while I was eating, they messaged me like, "Hey, we're waiting for you," and I'm like, "Oh wow, oh fuck."
I'd like to thank everybody in the back of the studio making the cameras work and everything, and moderating the chat. Give lots and lots of love to Andy, Berserk, and Big Guy there. As you can see, Big Guy's got a massive thing about birds at the moment. I don't quite know why.
But there's more pictures.
And finally,
oh my God, I didn't notice.
And finally, I'd like to say a massive thank you to you guys at home, for coming and watching. This was literally session 0, so we can think how to improve on this in the future and what we can do. I think it's definitely a good start. We've got things we can work on and things we can take from this. So thank you very much for being a part of this. Also, thank you very much for the 600 followers that made this possible. Here's to the next 600. I'm guessing we're going to sign off from this show right now, but if you ever want to get to know any of us more, including any of the people in this room, not just myself, any of the people on the walls around here, make sure you join the Discord. Type !Discord in the chat and you'll get a link to the Discord. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you get to see stuff that goes on behind the scenes quite a lot. Is !Twitter or !Insta. Obviously, the Kaz Talk show, it's called Kaz Talks. The show will be kicking off at some point soon. I know we've got a definite from Miss Agent Fox to come on the show. I don't know.
I didn't get to talk to Layla yet, so we don't know if 100% Layla yet.
Yeah. She's got a lot of stuff going on in her own stream and her own life at the moment, so we'll leave that one as a maybe.
There's a yes from me. I will be there.
Yeah, I definitely know there's some other people who are interested. First one's going to be talking about mental health and how it affects both streamers and the average gamer. And talk about past experiences and stuff that we've all shared. Hopefully you can be involved in that. Hopefully you want to be involved in that. And some advertisement of the show itself will be getting passed around Twitter and other places soon. So I hope you all share the shit out of that. So I'm going to say to the end of the show, I'm going to keep the stream going. But to the end of the show, I'm going to say night. Thank you, Ferry. Thank you, everybody backstage. Thanks for grilling me. And we'll continue with the rest of the normal stream. Let's go party or something.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.